Hi everyone. I said I was going to talk about a topic which is very important, and it is about parents of the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, at least even up to now. But these years that I talked about is more important, that they gave birth to children and they never planned for their future. They didn't give them a future. Actually, that is what I will say. A lot of parents, this back as the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, even the 80s, a lot of parents, they gave birth to children, no education, no handwork, no future for them. They didn't plan of how those children will grow up, how they can take care for themselves. It is not there. Our parents those days, they contributed a lot to a lot of children who are grown now to be adults, men, women, that they don't have a future. You see, handsome men, beautiful women, they don't have a future. They don't have anything to do. Because when the parents, they gave birth to them, they don't know the importance of education. Some of them know, but they just didn't care. Okay, if you cannot educate your child, you can also let the child learn a trade. There are lots of things the child can learn how to do. You can learn how to be to be a mechanic, a carpenter, to be a seamstress, or to sew clothes. Just name it. There are 1,001 things that people can learn how to do. So some parents, as soon as they see that their child is growing up and they don't have money for them to go to school, they go and put them to learn handwork. And a lot of people, they made it. They are okay. From that handwork, they have a future. They can earn a living. But some parents, they never even bother to say, this is something that my son or my daughter can do. No. For women, I can say, okay, it's a little bit okay that they will get married. If they are lucky, they marry a good man. The man can take care of them. But for a man not to have an education or to have something to fall at, come on, it's very terrible. It's a bad thing. That is why also we have lots of crime today. Because when I look, I see in some homes they will have like 5, 8 children. Boys, girls, there's no one single one that even has this say secondary school level, not to talk of learning a trade. Then parents, how do you expect these children, these men, these women to earn a living? And even as at that, some parents still want these their children to also come and take care of their younger ones. Come on. Our parents, they made lots of mistakes in those days. And now, some people are still following that footstep, which is not normal. That is why we say we are all running to the Western world, because the Western world, they plan everything. You see this people living in the Western world, the original people of the Western world, the white people, when they give birth to children, they plan their future. They encourage them, they lead them, that they know that yes, they can care for themselves. But African parents, they'll give birth to a child. Imagine, maybe you are at the age of 50, then you give birth to a child at that age of 50. Then that parent that is 50 will be expecting the child that he or she gave birth to at 50 to grow up to come and take care of him. Come on. Who does that? You see, white people, when they give birth to children, they start planning for the child, that even when they are old, that the child will not suffer. They plan. But we Africans, we don't do that. We always believe that, oh, our children have to come and help us. Our children have to help their younger ones. Meanwhile, you didn't give that child a foundation. So how do you expect that child to meet up? That is why you see crimes. If you are involved in the life of your child, you see the well-being of your child as the child is growing up to become a man or a woman. You are guiding him or her, showing him what to do, showing her what to do. That child will grow up to be something. But along the line, nothing like that. That is why we have lots of crime. At the end of the day, the boy or the girl, the woman, they want to meet up. They want to meet up to the standard of which their own friends they are. That is why they involve themselves in different kinds of crimes. It takes the grace of God for the child to come out good. If you watch out, children that their parents involve themselves to make sure that that child either go to school or learn a trade, they are responsible. They come out good. I know that there are still some of them that their parents, they are in their life, they try to set them up, but they still go astray. Yes, there are some, but the percentage is low compared to those ones that they didn't help at all. So this mistake that happened before, a lot of parents, they are still doing it, which is not okay. It has affected lots of people. How can you give birth to children, then you expect somebody to come and be helping you to pay their school fees? You say, oh, I need school fees for my children. How? Who does that? You have children, so you have to think this time. If it is 5 children, when you know the kind of job you have, the kind of income you have, you just work along with that income, with that job. Then you know how many children you will make that you can take care of. But a lot of parents, they don't think like that. They don't put those things into consideration. And it is affecting a lot of people. It has affected lots of people. Because as a man or as a woman, if you don't have an education, no trade, nothing whatsoever, how can you survive? You see, lots of women, they are married today, they are suffering in the hands of their husbands because they don't have nothing to fall back to. When the man say, leave my house, the man will be beating them left and right. They cannot move. They don't have any place to go. They don't have money. They don't have income. It contributes. The men also, the same thing. As a man, you cannot stand by yourself. Even when you are married, maybe the woman is also making money. You cannot make ends meet. How will the woman look at you? And how will your child look at you as a man? We say men are the head of the house. So as a man, you gave birth to a male child, no education, no trade. How do you expect that man to succeed in life? So parents, we should put all of this into consideration, because as at now, a lot of parents, they are still doing it. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. Lots of parents, they are still doing it. They just give birth, they leave them. What is that? If it doesn't mean that you have to educate your child. If you don't have money for the child to go to school, fine. Let the child learn a trade. Some of them, they will say they don't have money, because when a child is also going to learn a trade, you have to pay. You have to sponsor him or her. So you cannot the child cannot go to school, the child cannot learn a trade. What do you want that child to be? How do you want that child to succeed in future? All these things, we have to think about it. Yes, we have to think. As a parent, you have to be involved in the development of your child, in the future of your child. Yes, you have to be involved. Otherwise, they will go astray. And that is where they fall into wrong things. They start doing wrong things. We are crying today that the rate of crime is very high, especially like in our country, Nigeria. Yes, a lot of parents, they failed as a parent. Yes, they failed. Some of them, yes, they did their job right, but it's just that the children, they didn't grab it. They didn't come into that system to say, oh, let me utilize the opportunity my parents have given to me. Yes, there are some children also, they didn't use the opportunity they got from their parents. Why? Lots of children, they didn't get nothing from their parents. So this generation now, we have to change things. Change things. Stop having that belief that you are going to give birth to children, for the children to come and take care of you and even take care of their younger ones. And meanwhile, you have not given them any foundation. How do you expect them to survive? Or you make children, you expect somebody, your relation, friend, to come and start helping you for school fees. What is that? That person also has his or her own responsibilities. And when you ask also, if they don't do it for you, you are angry. What is that? So, parents, as for now, try to be involved in the life of your children. Give them a future, either by educating them or letting them have a trade. Be a boy or a girl, both sex, it is important for them to have a future. It will help them. Yes, it will help them, because what is going on this day, you find out that lots of children, men, women, who their parents were not involved in their life, they have lots of problems. Yes, lots of problems. So it is never too late now for the parents of this generation to take a stand, to be involved in the life of their children. It will help the children in future. Yes, at least when your child has a future, then it's not compulsory that the child has to take care of you or the younger ones. It is something that if the child is okay, the child can give you gifts or just do something from his or her own will. We don't have to make it compulsory. We don't have to look at it like, yes, our children have to come and help us or help their younger ones as it was before. No, a lot of people, they suffered in the hands of family, taking care of their younger ones, taking care of their children, that they don't even have their own life. African parents, we have to make a change. A change has to come. Yes. So, I don't want to make this video too long. I hope what I have said so far, that it will have an impact to parents of this generation. I'm going to be ending my video. Follow my page, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and leave your comments. I'll be seeing you in my next video. You are with Pure Ways with Rachel. Thanks for watching. Bye.